Welcome to another
We're,
stream.
we're live? Are we
Oh,
live?
Yes, we are.
I have the least amount of testosterone because I'm a weirdo.
Shut up. Good
Alright then.
job, Mr. Lupus. We will now once
Okay.
again go into the breach once again. I'm... fucking hell. I can't believe we're actually gonna cover this guy. This is... so boring. This is just pathetic to
The
like
most
do.
boringest one.
Like it's sort of like a break ever since that really awful video.
Yes,
I mean, this is just this video, like, with how bad episode 2 video we saw on EFAP was. Like, this just feels like Confused Matthew light. Like, he just says a lot of bad things about the movie without substantiating or proving anything. And then he just, makes some retarded observations that don't matter. And then he just goes like, it's a bad movie, goodbye. This is just gonna be nothing. Like, this is just going to be another situation where the fucking retards that hate these films just don't pay attention, and like I mean, fucking hell, just like Confused Matthew. Like, if I were to describe his reviews of the prequels as that, like, anything, I would say soulless. Like, he did not give a flying fuck to find out a single goddamn thing in those films.
that's why it's called Confused Matthew.
Yeah, but like, seriously, like, watching his videos is depressing to me, because it's just you know all about the things that George Lucas does, and whether they're good or not, we can always have a conversation about. But he's just like,
I mean, yes, the
Okay.
EFAP group believed with him when he said the worms part, even though there's so much evidence to prove that that's a good decision. Like,
oh
fact
yeah,
that it's
that
more
was
subtle.
that was frustrating as hell. Rags made so many fucking assumptions. Like, for instance, the assumption that Obi-Wan won't let himself fall if he knows that he's getting shot at. The assumption that a droid would get the first shot right on Padme, or that Anakin wouldn't sense the danger of an imminent death by blaster. Like, that was so stupid. Like, it's movies like John Wick are just... That's why I don't like those films, because they make it look as though you can pretty much just, like, knock on someone's door, and then when they open it, shoot them in the head and just walk away, and it's just that simple.
Well, sometimes it is.
Well, for instance, like, there was this one guy, he was like a stunt actor in Hollywood, and his ex, like, she wanted him dead, because, I don't know why, I think she just
Insurance money.
yeah, something like that. I think she just really hated him. So, are we streaming, by the way, already?
Yes, we are.
Because okay, good. So what happened is that he opens the door, and there's this guy with, like, a revolver. Yeah, a fucking revolver. And, like, immediately the dude just starts shooting him, and he shoots him like 6 times, and then when he's on the ground, he shoots him one more time in the head. The guy survived, by the way.
No,
I'm gonna
Like,
do some other stuff.
it's
I have
actually...
other stuff to do.
What?
It'll still stream. I just have
Okay.
other stuff to do.
Alright, let's just continue.
Whoa.
Okay.
I'm just this is pretty relevant, and I'm still wanting to, wait a little bit on the second Airborne, so it's not going to be too soon into it. But yeah, so
Said
going
he'd
back,
be here in 30 minutes.
yeah, and I assume that's probably like 24 minutes now. But anyway, I'll just go on about this for like 3 more minutes, and then we'll start. But like, that guy pretty much got, he pretty much just got...
Okay, one of Diego's friends just told you to stop cussing, and I'm gonna tell him.
It's also Johnny's friend.
He's telling me to stop cussing. Are you kidding me?
It's not my
Okay,
fault that he's like that, or it's not Johnny's fault
He
he's
is
like
an
that.
adult.
Well,
He
I don't
can
like...
decide his own things.
Well, I don't like to but it's something that happens, which is terrible. So yeah, in a few years I'll probably have it out of my system, hopefully, once I've got all my stuff together. But it's just imagine that's just me saying that that it's dastardly and I'm angry. I don't know. But yeah, like that guy, stuff like that happens all the time in real life, and like it's I mean, he got shot through his eye, like coming out of his head. Like I mean that, like it's I mean, well, to be fair, the dude was like he did say in his own words that it did have something to do with that he was moving in a specific way, as in, like, he tried to position his body in a way so that he would take less stuff. But either way, if okay,
It's kind of hard to kill a person.
well, it's not just like it's not just like like it's like a James Bond movie where he like takes a metal pipe or something and he puts it around someone's neck and it just strangles him for like, I don't know, 10 seconds and he's dead. Like like that shit.
Speaking of James Bond, Worms reference. Like, I'm surprised Anomaly didn't bring that up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's what I find so weird about that. Like people say that this is weird, but then all those other sequences or instances are not weird, apparently. Like seriously, like it was funny, like because as a kid, I was like, oh well, snakes. Oh, that's like the other movies I've seen. They always put in snakes. I don't know why, but I guess George is just doing it just like they are. Maybe it's like a thing all these movie people do. That was a little okay. It's a little bit more complex, but I'm pretty sure that if you would have gone to me as like a 5-year-old and asked me that, like I would have been like, oh, well, they all do it in the movies with the snakes and stuff. So why
No,
not
it's
here?
kind of like Let Her Go.
Well, it's sort of like the Wilhelm scream. Like all these movie directors are just
I see.
doing. All these movie directors are doing it. All these movie directors are doing it, because for whatever reason, it's just a trend that has caught on. Like, if you want to call if you want to call it a bad trend, I can definitely see why. Like, I mean, unless you're sound asleep, and I mean like really asleep, I can't imagine a snake like sliding over your body as it gets ready to bite you, and going like "Sss," being a good way to assassinate someone. But like
What's when they're vulnerable?
well, yeah, it is indeed like Rick Worley did say that, like it's most vulnerable. Like it's not like it's not like it's the worst idea to kill someone, but it's definitely one of the less there is a chance the snake will just leave the person alone. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got an element of just dumb luck to it that makes it kind of a questionable tactic. But there you go, kind of questionable, not stupid. And if you look at the worms, they like hide from R2D2. Like he gets he gets activated and the worms hide under the bed, and then they come up again. I'm having an it's kind of weird to think about actually, but I'm getting an idea that maybe the worms were a bit more sentient than we think they are. Like they're sort of like a trained attack dogs from Django Fett or some shit. Like something like that. Like I can imagine that in a galaxy far, far away, these worm creature things are a lot more like more intelligent than the ones we have. Well, wait a minute, we don't have the. Do we have giant centipede things like that? I don't.
They once existed, but that was a long time ago.
Oh yeah, that's like in the whole evolution thing where they talk about the
And the Carboniferous period.
giant cockroach creatures. But yeah, well, it doesn't matter because we have
That is
snakes.
happening. There's
It-
like
it-
a bunch.
It doesn't matter if those existed or not. Like the snakes are, like we have snakes in real life, and Well, wait a minute. You can train a snake. You can like the, like this is a really weird example, but you know that guy who has like a snake in a, he's got like a snake in a jar, and he starts playing a flute, and it comes out and dances.
Oh yeah.
Like I
It
suppose
was happening.
I'm not sure if you could really train a snake to kill someone though. Like it's I mean, like that's the interesting thing to think about in that scene that like nobody apparently thinks about is that these things could very well be like more intelligent than we realize, and like after they bite her and stuff, they like leave and go away back into the droid, and the droid comes back to
That's
her.
probably what happens. It would get rid of the evidence and what's happening. Why
Yeah, I mean, like the a thing that a lot of people miss is that Padme wants to vote against she wants to vote against the clone army. If she would just get killed.
Talk about the food poisoning.
Well, like if she just randomly was just shot to death, there would be no way in hell
The
that
clone army would be built.
No, listen. All right, so sorry, you weren't ignoring what I said, but like I was sorry. Let me just yeah. If she was just shot like on the street or whatever, like that would be cause to assume that somebody doesn't want this vote to get out, and then you have a whole corruption scheme problem, and then you have all types of trouble. The explosion on the landing bay could be covered up as a malfunction. It wouldn't make any sense, but it wouldn't make any sense. But neither do all these scientists that say that they have a cure for cancer, randomly crashing their car and dying. Neither does that make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like just pick like and if you don't agree with that, just pick any example. Like some guy who said the government is doing X, and then when they find him with 50 bullets in his head and they say it was suicide. Like it's
Like Jeffrey Epstein.
like that kind of shit happens all the time. They could have genuinely been like, oh no, this ship blew up. Whatever will we do? Yeah, by the way, we can have the clone army now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's and if she died in her bedroom, it's like, oh no, she died in her bedroom. How horrible! It must have been natural cause. It must have been.
No, food poisoning.
How the fuck would you explain that?
Poisoning.
How the fuck would you explain that? Just yeah, food poisoning. Food poisoning killing someone who's like 20. Well, I suppose, I mean, like, it's not like the dude with like 50 rounds in his head having committed suicide. It's pretty much on that same level of thing. But yeah, like she, like both ways, like both the first
Oh
and the second.
no.
Both
Edmund's bedroom malfunction.
just have the bed like just squash her, like just. But yeah, it's really frustrating to listen to Rags and Mahler talk about that, because it's just like, oh, he could just shoot, like it's so stupid. It's like
it makes sense. It's better than just Jango Fett using his rocket that's on his jet